Hey guys, it is Friday here in West Virginia, and we are going to do our Free It Friday as usual. And it's kind of like a combination of Mopar Monday because we have three 70s Mopar police cars to crack open for you from Greenlight and their Hot Pursuit series. These are some early releases from about 10, 11 years ago, something like that. And they are all based on the C body Monaco, and they're all three really cool looking cars. One I've been wanting for a while, and I finally located it for a decent price. I still think it was a little bit high. I think it was like $20 for it. And I don't know, I just find it to be high for a police car, but that's just my opinion. And we'll go ahead and save him for last because he's the newest one. The oldest one is from Series 15, and that is the 1975 Dodge Monaco of the Kansas State Police. So, good looking car in this like royal blue with blue steel rims and dog dish caps. Not bad looking at all in one solid color. That's why I said the cars from the 60s and 70s from police departments were unique. I know they are kind of nowadays too. Every police department has their own like specific paint job and such. So I mean, nothing's really changed. I guess it's just because the old cars had more style than what we see today. The body lines and such things, there was more distinguishable between like Chevy and Dodge and Ford and such. That's just my opinion. I like the old stuff better. So, anyways, cool card art with the picture of the police car. I love the old Hot Pursuit stuff because of that. The new stuff just has that Hot Pursuit logo. I don't know. It's like some generic, like city or estate seal. It looks like the round circle, like your state seal, but it's like some generic one that they use. I believe it is, and it just does not like these older releases with the picture of the car. I wish they would have never done away with that. I love that on their packages, the pic of the car matching the car in the package. So this is from Series 15. This is from 2015. So they're about 9 or 10 years old because the other two are from 2016. So in the Series 15, you had New York City 1967 Ford Bronco, then the Kansas State Police, which was the 75 Monaco that we're unboxing now, the United States Border Patrol with the 89 Pontiac Firebird, and Geneva, Illinois Police with the 2012 Jeep Wrangler, and the official fire department City of New York 2014 Ford Explorer, and the Wilmington, Ohio 2014 Ram 1500. So let's get this guy out and take a look at him. And once again, it is a really nice looking car. It's even better out of the package. Nothing fancy, just your standard 74 Monaco. And it has the opening hood. Well, I don't know if this one's going to cooperate too well. Huh. Let me see here if I can get it open. Dang it. Well, I don't have that piece of plastic to do it with. Let me see if I can do it with the piece of paper that I have here from the card. From the... Yeah, hey, it worked. Cool. So there you go. You have your detailed 440. I would guess that's what's in there. 360 or 440. Big bulge in the front of the engine there. Yeah, it kind of looks weird. I don't know, maybe it was something to do with their thermostat housing on these cars because they had a lot of weird stuff in the 70s on the motors because they were just starting to get into the pollution stuff in most states. California started back in like 66, but most states didn't start until like the early 70s. So that could be something there to do with it. I don't know. And the state plate, which is cool. Your Dodge logo across the front header panel. And then marker lights on the side. The Monaco emblem on the fender leg there. And this is like a metallic royal blue, I guess. Medium blue. And it has a bubblegum light. Nice detail on the tail lights. And Highway Patrol across the back of the deck lid with the trunk lock and Dodge logo there. Nice detail on the undercarriage, and the number of this one is 1493. So let's move along to the next one, which is from Series 19. Alright, so Series 19, and this is the Montana Highway Patrol, and this is a 1977 Dodge Royal Monaco. Yeah, I was kind of thrown off a few weeks ago whenever I was looking at the newer style Monaco, or the short wheelbase Monacos, I guess I would call them, the ones based on the Coronet. They were B bodies, and I was mistaken. I was calling them C bodies, so that wasn't it. And they did continue making the C body Monaco in 77, but it was the Royal Monaco. It was more of a luxury car, luxurious type of model for the Monaco. So yeah, I was a little bit confused with my B and C bodies, so I misinformed people, and I tried to clear that up in a couple of my videos. So in 77 they did have the Monaco, the regular Monaco, that was based on a B body, but they also had this one, which was a C body, the Royal Monaco, which is pretty much the same thing as a 74 Monaco. They were kind of universal back then, and if you didn't know it, all the marker lights on Mopars from 72 until like mid-90s, they were all the same on every single car, pretty much, except for probably the imported stuff that they were in collaboration with Mitsubishi on. But all the American stuff, the A body, B body, C body, the F bodies, all of them through the 70s used the same marker lights. Even the trucks, the Ram Chargers, pickups, they all had the same marker light. And up until like 2005, maybe even 2010, you could still buy those marker lights over the counter at your Dodge dealership. I used to sell them when I would go to the Mopar Nats with one of my buddies, and we would go to the parts department and get them and bring them with us and sell them at the swap meet for, I don't know, I think it was like 2 to 3 times more than what we paid, and they weren't that much. They were like $5 a piece, something like that at the dealership, and we were selling them for 10 or 15 each, and they were NOS, new old stock, so kind of cool. But now everybody else probably jumped on the wagon and started doing that, so they probably don't exist at the parts department anymore. So anyways, back to this car. So let's see what we had in Series 19. They had the Fargo Police Department 1967 Chevy Biscayne. That's kind of odd. We unboxed that earlier this week. Then the Montana Highway Patrol. I know why, because I got these both from the same person. That's why. So, and then we have the California Highway Patrol Ford Crown Vic Interceptor. Then the Florida Highway Patrol 2015 Dodge Charger, and the Temp Police from Tempe, Arizona. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure if it's Tempe or Tempe, Temp. I'm not sure. So they had a 2015 Silverado, and the New York Police Department, they had their 2015 Ford Police Interceptor Utility, the SUV, and that thing, well, that one and the one for New York, but the one for California goes for big bucks on eBay. I couldn't believe how much some of those utility interceptors are going for. And even some of the Crown Vics and Chargers, especially the California Highway Patrol cars, are worth a fortune. It was hard to believe. So here it is out of the package. And the Royal Monaco pretty much is the same thing as the 74 Monaco. The rear bumpers that you can see are the same. The tail lights change, however, as you can see. The deck lid, all of that was still yet the same. Now the front end on these cars were a little different. The 77 Royal Monaco had hideaway headlights like that same year Lincoln. That was a trend in the late 70s to have these like hideaway headlights that flipped. I don't know how to even say it. Flip. They didn't flip up, but they kind of rolled over 180 degrees, and you had lights on the other side. So that was kind of a thing. Or the door flipped up, I should say, and I don't know if they rolled over or if the door just flipped up. Anyways, they were a trend back in the late 70s. If you recall, a lot of cars had those. Lincolns and these Mopars and such. So kind of cool looking, and the grill is much bigger on the 77 than what it was in 74. So a little bit different there. So that's pretty much it though. Tail lights and the nose piece is the only difference in the Monaco 74 and the 77. And the front bumper, I don't know, they looked like they remained the same too. Just that header panel, like the end cap on the fenders and the grill area, all was different. So pretty cool. And then this baby blue color with the steel rims matching the color of the car with the police caps. And you have your American flag on the upper part of the door near where the mirrors would have been. And then the state seal inside the logo for the Montana Highway Patrol. Pretty cool. So, anyways, that's it for the Royal Monaco. Now going on to the one that I like the most out of the three. That is Series 20's 1974 Dodge Monaco for the Chicago Police Department, because I've been wanting this one for my Mr. Norm's layout. I used the Blues Brothers police car for a while, but for 74, they would have had this paint job. They didn't start using the Blues Brothers style paint job until the later 70s. And then the other cop car I got that we unboxed with the wheels and tires of the Hot Pursuit was the 67 Ford Chicago. And that's the one that stays in my diorama because it's more era correct than even this guy. But I wanted this one just because of, if I wanted to do a later layout, say like mid-70s Mr. Norms with some more vans and more economic friendly cars, then I could have. But they also make a Chicago Fire Department Monaco. I do want to get that one too. I don't know what series it was in. Maybe it was in the same one. No, it don't look like it. So, what was in Series 20? It was a 1967 Chevrolet Biscayne for Clark County Sheriff, Clark County, Nevada. I think it's green. And then the New Hampton Police Department, New Hampton, New Hampshire, a 1967 Ford Custom. That's the other Chicago car I got, is a 67 Ford Custom. Chicago Police, which is this 74 Monaco. Detroit Police Department, 2015 Dodge Charger, and New York City Police Department, a 2016 Chevrolet Volt. What a joke. And then a 2016 Ford Police Interceptor Utility for Fishers, Indiana Police Department. So, let's get this guy out. Look at him. And this guy I like because it has the big push bar on the front. Not many of them had the push bar on them from Greenlight, like the regular police departments. The only other ones were the California Highway Patrol ones. Were well known for having the push bar on their 70s stuff. I think all three of the 70s police cars I got from California have a push bar. Maybe one of them don't, but I know two of the three do, but the third one may also. I can't recall. But yeah, this is a good looking paint job, blue and white. And we serve and protect on the fender, Monaco badge, Chicago Police, and the state seal or city seal inside the star. And white painted rims to match the center paint and such. Now, the Ford version that they released, the 67 Ford Custom, it didn't even have like dog dish caps. The whole wheel was just painted black, kind of cheap looking. So I took the blue wheels from the police hot pursuit wheel and tire package, which I have a couple more left if anybody needs them for only $10 a set. I'll leave the link in the video. Because everybody else wants like $30 for the stupid things. They're not worth that, but $10 I think is fair. And they have blue ones for like New York City. And what you can do is take them and paint them white like I did and leave the center cap chrome and put them on another car. That's what I did with the Ford. The white paint, it was a little, I don't know, shitty looking. But I mean, it's I don't know, it's not that bad from a distance, like leaving it in the diorama, even like from this far away, it doesn't look that bad. But when you get up close and hold it in your hand and look at it like that close, then you can start seeing the imperfections and see how crude it looks. But from a distance, like that far away, it looks okay. So I'm happy with it. It looks good in the diorama for Mr. Norm's summer of like 1970 or fall of 1970 with the 67 Ford police car, and nothing newer in the dealership than 71. So it's kind of cool. But anyways, guys, that's it for our Free It Friday. Kind of rambled on a little bit too much on this video. And we'll be back again on Monday for our Mopar Monday. Hopefully we get some of our muscle cars in over the weekend for Mopar Monday. I have more police cars, but I want to kind of break up the monotony a little. So I was hoping for some muscle cars. And maybe we'll find something at Walmart today or at one of the dollar stores over the weekend we can do a video on. We'll see what happens. But I appreciate you guys watching. Please give us a thumbs up and please subscribe if you have not done so yet. Appreciate all the support, guys. Thank you.